New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Prayers. I'm your host, Rev Z, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with you to engage in the sacred prayer and to raise our vibrations to the level of the divine. Trust everyone is having a great morning. It's a glorious day, a few more days of spring, a couple more days before the time change and we get longer sunlight so we can increase our activity and be more than life. Not that we couldn't do it before, but the daylight it tends to inspire that within us. And so thanks for being here. And so, as always, we want to say good morning to all those that are joining in. So good morning, Ursula. Trust the world and well down there in Cocoa Beach, my home state in Florida. I look forward to getting home soon. And so this morning I was, contemplating where we are and what's in the situation that we're facing globally in terms of the issues that are going on in Ukraine and the political infighting about how we help and everything. And the one thing that really stuck out in my mind is that when we have all this kind of activity going on, it's very easy to get lost and to go off into the future and go off into lots of speculation about what's going to happen or not happen. And I think the thing that really captured me was this whole idea of being in the moment. And we wanted to say good morning to Ronald, who just jumped in. Good morning, my brother. Trust all is well with you. And so, idea about being in the present moment, because I know often, and I'll speak for myself, but I would suspect others have this same challenge, is that an issue or something happens and I start speculating into the future about what's going to happen, or projecting or looking back in the past, trying to figure out how I got here. And what that does, it doesn't allow me to be fully in the moment to deal with what's happening now. And so the one thing that's clear to me is this: when we look at the moment, right? Being present lets us experience each moment in our lives in a way that cannot be lived through memory or fantasy. Through memory or fantasy, we cannot relive the exact moment. Because right now, my clock is ticking and I got a cup of tea, I got my candle burning. The next moment, something else is going to happen. And so to be fully present allows us to deal with the now, to not escape, to not make excuses, to not fantasize about something that might happen or could happen. We stay present and do what we need to do now. And so when we look at all of the issues going on around the globe and the issues we may be having personally in our lives, we have to stay present. We have to stay present in the moment. And I know for me, now I ain't gonna speak for nobody else, but for me, I can procrastinate with the best of them. I woke up early this morning to do something, and I found every reason to do everything but thing. And then all that does is what? Create more pressure, create more stress, and now things really are out of control, right? And so when we begin to take care of the present moment, we are in effect operating from that God space. Because what it does, right? Being in the present moment requires our full attention so that we are fully awake to experience it. When we are fully present, our minds do not wander. We are focused on what is going on right now. Right now. And that's where we want to be. Because if I'm walking down the street and I'm not paying attention and or driving, I'm sure this may have happened to some. It happened to me. I'm not paying attention. I'm fooling with the phone or fiddling with the radio or whatever, not paying attention to the road. Next thing I look up and that car is stopped and it's right there and I got to react. And we don't want to go through life reacting. We want to be acting life. We want to be full participants in life, knowing when our curtain calls and knowing when our scene marks are happening. And so as we continue to send love and blessings to all those in harm's way over in Ukraine and all those in this country that still may be suffering from economic issues or homeless or food insecurities, we just know that for them, we are in the moment with them and we are sending energy for them to act positively in that moment to move forward to a greater next moment. And we ourselves are looking to stay in the moment to figure out how to increase our givingness, increase our understanding, increase our compassion of how we begin and continue to live this thing called life, fully present right now. And so with that, I just want to go into prayer. And so with the name of God, most merciful, most gracious, that divine intelligence that is everywhere present, that creative power that allows us to transform things that are not visible into those that are visible, to allow things that seem impossible to become an actuality. And knowing that that same is present in each and every one of us. That same attention to life, that same attention to detail that God has placed throughout the universe is present within us. And as we begin and learn to stay in the moment, in the now, allowing life to unfold graciously and gloriously, we begin to release the stress. We begin to smile more. We begin to open up to a greater way of understanding and communication and allow us to support humanity wherever we find it, which is everywhere. And because I know that is present in each and every one of us, and I know that we are in a place and in a space that allows us to activate that in our lives every day, I know that we are present to this moment and the next and the next and the next, and that our lives are being enhanced and improved as well as those around us. And so it is with that understanding and it is with that declaration that I declare right here, right now, for each and every one of us, that we are allowing God's Spirit to expand within our lives, His generosity, capacity to give, capacity to love, the ability to move and work towards something that is sustainable and supporting life itself. Because I know without that Spirit of God, without that Spirit that moves and animates the whole universe, everything will be sluggish. And we will devolve into confusion and misunderstandings and even war. And so as we uplift ourselves and uplift the spirit of those in their harm's way, knowing that we are sending love and money and power and all things to alleviate the inhumane activities or the unhealthy activities or the unsafe activities that may be taking place all around the globe, we do so knowing that God is powerful and that there is no place, no thing that can prevent that from taking place. And so because I know that, because I feel that, because I've lived that, because I've experienced that, I give thanks. I give thanks to know that even though I may not see it happening right now, I know that it is on the way. I know that it is happening. Just as when we plant a seed in the ground, we don't see it doing its thing. We don't see it unfolding unto itself until the right moment at the right time. And so I give thanks for knowing that what we are experiencing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it is evolving into something else. And so with that, I just released this prayer into a law that is infallible, a law that works according to the seed that is planted, and knowing that this prayer for peace and prosperity and safety and health and well-being has already been activated in lives all across the world. And it is being felt everywhere present right now. And so I release, let go, and I know that it is so, and so it is. Amen. And so it is. Amen. And so good morning, everyone. Once again, I am just so grateful to be here to raise the vibration of myself, of you, of the planet, of everybody, to awaken to a new way of living, to awaken to something different than the same old routine we go through every day. Because I find myself now, I watch the news and it's all the same. No matter which channel, it's the same story over and over again. They get one more sentence they add, says breaking news. The breaking news is that God is always present and that there's nothing that can't be done if we tap into that. And so with that idea in mind, I want to just remind everyone that if there's any prayer that's needed, whether for a person, place, thing, or situation, whether it's for celebration or upliftment, healing, please send your prayer request to prayer@ntmedia.org, and the prayer team will lovingly and supportingly and intentionally send some guiding divine light to that situation. And as always, we love your support. We want you to continue supporting the network. We are continuing to improve and new ideas. But definitely go here and click the donate button to keep us here, to do this work, to inspire and to uplift our lives so that we are moving forward. And so, thank everyone for being here. Just want to holler out to Diego jumped in and gave his blessings around, and Pam, morning Pam, how are you? It is just a glorious morning to be intentional about life, intentional about being in the moment, and intentional of bringing forth the power, the glory, the greatness that is God. And so as you get ready to go out for the rest of your day, just want to give you a little reminder of what today on the network, right after this program at 8:30, the morning sip with Reverend Melissa. And at 9, we have a higher vision with Reverend Robert. And then later on at 1 o'clock today, we have finding the joy in the journey. And then 2 o'clock hour is the vibrant living hour with Ken Ludwig on how to live successfully and healthfully, all those good things. So I just want to say once again, check out shows on the network. We got all kinds of stuff. And we know there's something there that will help you, and share with them. So without any further ado, I bid you farewell, peace and blessings. And so it is. Amen.